Just throw it in the bag. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ramble Radio. I am your host, Gen T. Twitter and Instagram at Gen T523, but nobody cares. It's all about YouTube Gen T TV. I've been in the throw it in the back. I have been on vacation in New Jersey. That's right, friends. Go to YouTube Gen T TV to see your girl's vacation. I had a great time. Had to celebrate the fam, Steph, her 40th birthday. And it was good to be back, rolling with the Jersey crew. People go hard in the paint. It's next level out in Jersey. You don't understand. People is going hard 24/7. I also got to see Woody and Sharon and El Blano and his girlfriend Kay. And I got to meet some new faces. Got to meet Mr. Matt. And got to see some familiar faces. I feel bad because I was concussed. And I didn't share that with anyone, but I was concussed going out there and introducing myself to people I already knew. So, man, people was like, don't you dare shake my hand, give me a hug. I'm like, oh yeah, I know you. So this is kind of weird. But yeah, your girl was concussed. Flying on a plane with a concussion. I'll give that a 1 out of 10. That fucking sucked. Hey, you ever want to know what it's like to have a concussion and walk around? It's a lot like flying on the plane. You're just like walking around, and then there's like a little bit of turbulence and your brain feels like you just feel like you're on a slinky. It's just weird. And I was like, ugh, I've been feeling this way since July the 3rd. I gotta get off this plane. But, oh my gosh. Had the best time. Had the best food. I went to, what's this place called? Let's see, I'm gonna have to cheat now and go to the bed. Just throw it in a bag. Ooh, hold up. We got some shit going down.
You shut your snagger too fast. Too fast. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You think you're all that mistake? I wouldn't be surprised we found a tooth up in here. That's nasty. Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. Why y'all don't got no damn gloves on? Over here with dirty fingers and sores on your damn hands? What is this shit? Hell y'all got going on in here? Don't y'all eat green shit. What is this shit? Hell y'all got going on in here? Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. What is this shit? Nasty. Still ain't wearing no damn gloves.
Let's fix it.
First of all, you shut your snagger too fast.
God damn.
You think you're all that mistake? I wouldn't be surprised we found a tooth up in here. That's nasty. Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. Why y'all don't got no damn gloves on? Over here with dirty fingers and sores on your damn hands? What is this shit? Hell y'all got going on in here? Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken.
Lord of the Rings chicken.
Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. What is this shit? Nasty. Why y'all don't got no damn
Shout out to Sway the Remix guy. You know that brother on top of everything.
Why y'all don't got no damn gloves on? I wouldn't be surprised we found a tooth up in here.
He called it a snagger facility, bitch. What?
Better get y'all money back. Hell y'all got going on in here. Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. What is this shit? Hell y'all got going on in here. Don't y'all eat none of that Lord of the Ring chicken. To be ashamed of yourself. Nasty.
That was a situation developing there. So Jersey, we started off in Phoenix. No, we went from Ontario to Phoenix, then Phoenix to Newark, which, by the way, they're calling Newark, New York on the ticket. So everybody's like, are you in New York or are you in New Jersey? I said, it's New Jersey. They're just pretending. And then a sandwich from Bella Blanca. That was amazing. Too bad they messed up on Steph's sandwich. They totally got it wrong. I had the Uncle Tony with the steak, caramelized onions, arugula, and balsamic vinaigrette. It was fantastic. And then the party. Oh my gosh. The party. I hope it was everything that she wanted. Because it was amazing. Her brother Bill's pad is incredible. And towards the end of the night, I was just like, I didn't want Steph to have to clean up because it was her birthday. I didn't want her brother and his wife to clean up because, they was doing their thing. And then I didn't want Steph's grandparents to have to clean up either. So I was just like, yo, I got to clean this up. So they said that the place was clean when they woke up. And they checked the ring cam and they saw me on the ring cam cleaning the house. I just didn't want, Pop and Nan to be out there. I'm like, yo, y'all drove up from North Kakalaki. And then you got to clean up after 80 people? That's not cool. So I was just like, nah, we not doing that. We ain't doing that. So I had to help out because it's just my nature. I can't let that slide. Let's see what else was going on. I drove down to the shore, which is usually a nightmare. The first couple of days I was there, it was not looking good. The traffic was terrible. There was a down power line. There was accidents. It was just not looking good. But I had to go. I had to take the chance. And I drove down to Woody's house to see Blaine and Kay and Miss Sharon. And it was the most beautiful drive because, I forget. I only think about New Jersey. I only think about Hoboken or Woodbridge or Newark Airport or maybe even Sandy Hook or Seaside, Tom's River, Point Pleasant, just little common things, right? But you forget, New Jersey is a goddamn forest. There's bears, there's deer, there's wildlife, there's rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, beaches. This place is so green. I'm just like, coming from California, I'm like, damn, this is green. And initially I was going to Uber down there to the shore. And Steph was like, it's going to cost you $400. I thought 200, maybe round trip. I went, holy shit, bitch. $400. And she was like, yeah, and you're going so far south, you might not be able to get an Uber back home. And I was like, shit. So God bless her little heart. She let me borrow her car, trusted me. I drove down there, scared out of my mind. I was like, please don't nobody hit me. I don't want to crash. Don't fall asleep. Don't fuck this up. Get your ass back. Get there, say hello, and turn right around. But the food was so good. Woody made clams. Woody made a salad. He made this prosciutto with honeydew melon or cantaloupe in there with cheese. Oh my God. This brother is chefing it for sure. Just the greatest time. Miss Steph, her sausage and peppers, I've been dreaming about them for weeks. Italian rolls. Just all of the meats, the cold cuts, the cheeses. Just the pastas, the pizzas, the sandwiches. Oh, it was just a marathon of delicious food. And I had the best time. I can't wait to go back again. She did invite me to go back again at the end of September, but I'm booked. So I made a promise already. and I don't want to defer from that. So I had to politely turn her down. But you know, I'm gonna be back. You know, it can't be no 7 years again since I've been out there. I gotta do next time. It's gotta be like 4 or 5 years. You know, because then it will be Steph's 45th. So that's perfect. You know. So to the madness, to the drama. So my day started at 5 a.m. East Coast time. We left the house at 8:30 to go to the airport. Get to the airport. I'm just kicking it. My flight leaves at 11. Okay. So we get on the flight. I'm enjoying my Quest cheese chips that I paid way too much money for at the airport. But I did get English chocolate. I was excited. I saw Cadbury there, and I said, I'm not a candy person, but I gotta have it. You understand? English chocolate at an airport? Come on. You gotta have it. So I saw Cadbury, and I said, it's a wrap. Some of the sizes, though, they wanted $25, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're fucking crazy. You're crazy for that price. $25 fucking for chocolate and a little baggie? Go fuck yourself, as the Jerseys would say. Go fuck yourself. Oh! So I seen a little chocolate bar. I said, this'll do. I'll pay the $12 for this chocolate bar because it's good chocolate, you know? So I'm just loving the fact that when I get home, I'm going to eat my chocolate. I'm going to be home in 6.5 hours, 7 hours. I'll be home. And life will be good. You know, I'll be having my chocolate. I'll have my chocolate-covered pretzels. Blaine brought me from Sherry's Candies in Pittsburgh. And, which, by the way, they slap. They beat Hershey's completely. If you've had Hershey's your whole life, try Sherry's Candy. You know what I'm saying? So, sitting there nibbling on my little protein crackers, and I'm like, this should be good. This will hold me over to Phoenix, and then, you know, maybe I'll get a bag there and just eat that. Or I said, I'm going to try and find this pizza joint that I like there at the airport that had moved, because the last time I went to go find it was on the way to New Jersey, and I couldn't find it, and I had to Google it, and I found it. It was in another part of the airport. So I said, when I get to Phoenix, I'll try and find it. So we board the plane. And we get on the plane. I sit in my seat. It's 10:45. I'm in my seat. I sat in my fucking seat at 10:45. I sat in my fucking seat for 3 hours and 38 minutes on the fucking tarmac. Fuckers. Cocksuckers. We're taxiing out. This is your captain speaking. We're taxiing out. We're 27th in line. Apparently, air traffic control is starting to stop flights and delay flights. And I was like, you rat motherfuckers. I gotta get to Phoenix. I got a connecting flight. But I made sure I didn't pick one an hour or 2 hours away. I picked a connecting flight that was 5 hours apart. 5 hours of fucking part. So if all hell broke loose, even if we left late, I would still have time to catch my flight because I gave myself 5 hours. Okay? 5 hours breeze is plenty of time. There was even some that were 8. I didn't want 8. There was also another one that was 10. Definitely didn't want 10. So I picked the 5 o'clock, you know? So I'm sitting on the tarmac and I'm getting pissed. I'm like, holy shit. These motherfuckers are gonna make me miss my flight. Not to mention, half of the other people that was on the plane had already missed their flight, and they was starting to call. They was getting on the app. They say, if you get off this plane, you're automatically canceling your flight. So I'm like, fuck. I don't want to get off this plane because I don't want to cancel my flight because I believe we gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, come on, Jadakiss. Get us to Phoenix. Get these 3 wheels up in the sky and get us to fucking Phoenix. So, oh shit. Jadakiss, have a seat. Jen, don't you fucking move. Used to ain't going nowhere. Nobody's going fucking nowhere. Okay? So after 3 hours and 38 minutes, they offer us some fucking Bischoff biscuits, which I used to love Bischoff biscuits, but it's a fucking official. I'm done. If I see a fucking Bischoff biscuit, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose my fucking mind. They must have came around and gave us like 3 of them little packs and a couple cups of water. And the captain was like, "This is your captain speaking. So I guess there's some kind of law or something. We gotta kick you off the plane." So, and I was like, no. You're not kicking me off no motherfucking plane. You're not kicking me off the plane. I gotta stay. I got a connecting flight. We can still make it if y'all just stay in line here. Just keep on taxiing. You know what I'm saying? This brother was like, everybody's got to get off regardless of if you're staying on the plane or you're canceling your flight. Everybody get off and take your shit with you. You can't leave it with you. And I was like, fuck. I felt like that Tool song when the guy from the lead singer from Tool's like, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, buddy. I was like, oh, no. It's like, this can't fucking happen. I wanted to gouge my own eyes out. Like I couldn't control myself. I was like, please. I was like, Jen, just stay fucking calm. It's not the pilot's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. Just chill. Just be chill. And I was like, all right, I got a good playlist. I got my music, got my podcast. We Gucci, you know? Had the good music going. Had my house music on. Girl, I'll house you. Girl, I'll house you, you know? And I was like, all right, man. I guess we getting off this plane. So reluctantly, I got off the plane along with everybody else. And I was kind of glad because I was like, ooh, I really got to go pee. Because at first when they said you could get off the plane, I was like, perfect. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to grab 2 more bags of them protein crackers. And then the pilot was like, so we're letting you off the plane, but don't go too far. If you can't hear the announcement, you're definitely not getting back on. I was like, fuck. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to take the chance. Because your girl does not like the airplane bathrooms. Something about that situation just bothers me. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I feel like, I think I like the airport bathroom better. There's much more room. And it flushes correctly. I don't worry about, if I got to fall through or some shit. And so, your girl ran to the bathroom with all my fucking luggage. And then I ran back to the store and brother was like, hey, you're back. And I said, brother, I never left, man. I've been sitting on the fucking runway for 3 hours and 38 minutes. I need more than protein chips. You got them? And he's like, yeah. And the first time I took a receipt and he's like, you need a receipt this time? And I was like, nah, player, we Gucci. And he's like, well, you have a safe flight and a good day. And I was like, you too, man. I like the afro. And wish me luck to get us out of here because I'm going to lose it. So sure enough, we stand there for 20 fucking minutes. And then the pilot goes, we got to decide if we're going to take off the luggage from the bottom. And I was like, I felt like Optimus Prime. I was like, Autobots assemble. And I was like, you what? You ain't taking no more luggage off this fucking plane. Because every piece of luggage y'all take off the plane, that's another 15 minutes added to my fucking delay. And I still have time to make it if we just get on this plane and fly the fuck out of here. So I was like, oh, no. Not that I got any say in the matter, but I'm just like, please, God. I was like, please, Lord. And I was like, and then I heard Fabulous, breathe. Do I gotta fly? Then I gotta think. Then I gotta, you gotta breathe. And I was like, I can't breathe, bitch. I'm gonna fucking lose it. And I was just like trying to stay calm. Steph texted me. She's like, I would be losing. I'd be raging hell. And I was like, girl, I feel you. But I just, I got the good tunes, good battery, good headphones. I'm good. This sucks, but I'm good. I'm okay, So the pilot comes out from the plane and he whispers in the lady ear, and I was like, if this motherfucker says we're taking off one more piece of luggage, I'm gonna lose it. He looks at me and he just like winks, and then like the lady goes, okay, the captain has decided they're gonna leave the rest of the luggage on the plane. We're going to Phoenix. And I was like, hell yeah. Fuck. I was like, oh, thank Christ. As much as I wanted to stay in Jersey. Which, by the way, I missed my brother. My brother was heading to the airport, and I missed him by an hour. So I was just like, what are the chances, right? Even with that delay, maybe it was a sign, because I was like, yo, Jersey doesn't want me to leave. And I text Steph. I was like, yo, you might have another visitor tonight. And that would have been crazy if I would have stayed, because I probably would have seen my brother, and I haven't seen my brother in a minute. So, and the good news is I'm like low-key chatting with my sister. I'm trying to like get her involved, because old girl's been like the black sheep, if you will. And I just don't like, just after hearing everybody's stories and just everybody from Jersey going through it with their trials and tribulations, which we all do, but these were some hard things, and I don't want to be sharing everybody's medical stuff, but real serious stuff going on with my Jersey fam. And I just thought, man, I really need my sister and my dad to patch it up. They don't speak, and they haven't spoken in quite some time, and there's just beef. And my dad's, conservative Christian, and he the kind of person where, if you don't do what the Lord say, arras, you get the scissors, you just cut off, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, yo, this is your daughter, man. Like, this is your daughter. When I saw at Steph's party with people and their kids, they would do anything for their kids. They would kill for their kids. Even if some of the kids I saw, they're grown, they're older, they're doing things they probably shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into the details of that. But, for the most part, they'll be there for the kids. And I'm just like, hey, yo, Dad, like, you missed so many pivotal years of my sister's life because y'all had beef. Obviously, my sister made some choices that weren't the best, and my dad's faith, he was just like, snip, snip, and so I feel like, yo, well, you ain't Scientologist, so you need to start talking to her, because we're living on borrowed time, and I just felt like, with all the love going on in Jersey, I'm like, yo, I need to reach out, and I said, what can I do to get y'all talking again? And she just gave me the I don't know. And I was just like, man, I'm gonna try one more, just to kind of talk to my dad, see how he feels. But I just don't want, like, because I sense it, I just don't want my dad to go to his grave knowing that he's not speaking to his daughter. That's like fucked up. That would just kill me. That would eat a hole in my soul, despite people making mistakes, doing whatever it is they're doing that maybe wasn't the best thing at the time or wasn't the right decision made. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. You gotta be there. You gotta be there at some point for your child. So I'm just like, nah, this is like my goal, to try and get those two together and, do a big old family reunion, because, time's flying by and my sister has missed out on stuff. I've missed out on stuff. I'm an auntie to 5 children from her that I have not seen ever. I have not seen a single kid in person. I've only seen pictures. I've only heard voices on the phone. So I'm just like, yo, like this needs to happen. So anyway, we get back on the plane. We're heading to Phoenix. We get in line. Last time we was 28th in line to taxi. And this time we're 7th in line. And the captain goes, I put a little extra gas in there because right now air traffic control is saying they're not letting any flights go west right now. There's a big storm going on. Nobody's allowed to go west. And I'm like, what? And he goes, that's okay. We're going to fly to Florida and then fly west. And I was like, this is my guy. This is my captain. This is the captain, okay? Get us the fuck out of Jersey. I love the people. I love the food. But I want to go home, Jack. I want to go home. I want to take a shower. I've been sitting in the same position for 4.5 hours. I was just barbecued, man. So we start to taxi out. And they just let us fucking sit there for another hour. And so by this time, I have now lost the cushion I had for my connecting flight. I was supposed to be in Phoenix at 1 o'clock West Coast time. And it was 2:30 in New Jersey. I was like, I was just like, I'm just like doing the Nomine Patris Spiritus Sancti in the backseat in the plane. I'm just like, come on, man. Just, Lord Jesus, lift this plane up. Lift us up where we belong. I was just praying on everything. I was like, Jesus, God, get us out of here. And we just sat there and sat there. Every 30 minutes, my phone would be like, delayed. I must have had fucking 6 delays in Newark, New Jersey, which is not New York, by the way, motherfuckers. And finally, we take off. And as we're getting ready to take off, I look at my phone. My new time has me landing when my connecting flight starts boarding. And I went, well, bitch, good thing you brought your track shoes, because once we land, we're gonna fucking Bowser our way. We're gonna Wario through this fucking plane and get off and run to the other side of the terminal like you did before and get on that plane to Ontario, California. Okay, I was fully prepared. I was suited and booted. My shoes was tied. I was fucking ready, okay? Still sitting on the runway. I get another alert that now we are going to arrive in Phoenix at 5:45 p.m. And I'm like, that's when I'm supposed to land in Ontario. What the fuck, man? So I was like texting my friends. I was like, hey, yo, should I buy another flight? Should I buy another flight? Should I buy another flight? Should I get off this plane? Should I buy another flight? And they was like, yeah, start booking your shit. So the thing popped up. I started trying to book my shit. And then before I could even pick my seat, AmeriCant had already booted me off my connecting flight and got me another flight at 8 o'clock. So I would be sitting there for 4 hours. And I was like, okay, fine. I looked to see the other flight. There was a 9 o'clock. Overbooked. Could not get on it. I was like, God damn it. So, and then of course there was the 10 o'clock, right? Definitely don't want that. So, we're traveling. And obviously being concussed and flying, I've got to rate that a 1 out of 10. Not fun. My brain is bobbing everywhere like a slinky. And I'm too scared to even stand up on the plane while it's moving because I'm afraid I'm going to fall over. So, which by the way, since I've been concussed, the balance is getting better, okay? So don't you worry, all right? Settle down. No need to call an ambulance, all right? Your girl's fine. So, we land in Phoenix, 5:45, okay? I was supposed to land 6 o'clock in fucking Ontario. So I get off the plane, and I'm like, well, no need to run, because I'm already booked for the 8 o'clock. So we just gonna kick it because 15 minutes will be the 2 hours you're supposed to be there anyway to board, for the 8 o'clock, okay? So I find my pizza spot. This motherfuckers, they moved, okay? So I found another pizza spot in their place, Fagioli's, the old Fagioli's. And we used to have them here in Cali, but they all went under, but I loved their pizza. We used to have a friend named Doc Brown. We called this bitch Doc Brown because he was like fucking over 6 feet tall. And I remember her working at Fazoli's, and the little kitchen counter where they put all the hot food, she was so tall that she would have to like bend down and stick her head through the wall to call out the numbers. Shit, bitch. You fucking tall. God damn. But anyway, so I already had Fazoli's when I was going to New Jersey. So I was like, no, I want my humble pie, which was what I was looking for. And I found Fazoli's in the place where humble pie used to be. So I'm like, wait a minute. In one fucking year, this airport switched all the restaurants around, and now my humble pie is disappeared. So I'm like, well, I got, fucking time. Let me go look for my humble pie. So I start walking around the airport, find it on the other side of the airport. So my humble pie for a 10-inch personal pizza last year was already a fucking ripoff. It was $15. Okay? I paid it because, word of mouth humble pie slaps, right? I pull up to the menu and I look at a personal pizza. Same pizza, 10 inches. I see the box. It's the same box. A year later, that pizza is $30. And I went, yeah, what? Get the fuck out of here. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. Fuck you guys. Fuck you rat bastards. I ain't paying that, I went full Uncle Tony. I was like, no, we're not doing that, Jack. Nope. So I was like, if I'm going to pay $30, I'm going to get a burger and fries. Leave me the hell alone. So, and they changed it. Instead of it being like a to-go where you got the pizza and the little snacks and the sandwiches and all of that jazz, they changed it so it was a bar. So you could sit down and get drinks and the pizza and all that stuff. And I was like, God, this fucking sucks. I can't believe I walked to the other side of the terminal. And if you know Phoenix, you've been to PDX, this place is fucking ginormous. And it wasn't like I walked to the other side of Terminal A to B. I walked to C and D. I went to the whole other side of the alphabet, Jack. I was like, God damn. This pizza better be good. And then come to find out they charging $30. I was like, nah, we Gucci. I'm done with y'all. Give me that damn burger. So I ate the burger. And I started walking back to my my gate. And it goes, bloop, bloop. Your flight is delayed. And I went, ah! I was like, oh, you rat motherfuckers. Cocksuckers. So my flight went from 8 o'clock to 9:45, something like that. And then we would fly out at 10. I'd be home at 11. I went, well, nothing I can fucking do. I'm in the fucking Phoenix. I want to get fucking home. This is what we got to do. So I take a seat. I start looking at the old Tinderellas and Bumbalinas on the dating apps. And by the way, New York City, hello, because of the approximation of where I was at in New Jersey from Manhattan and, all of Jersey and maybe even into Pittsburgh. I put a 100-mile radius. You know what I'm saying? The ladies of the East, y'all doing pretty good. I have to say, I was a little like, I'm not even going to look because, Cali girls, they got it. They the finest. We got the finest ladies here. But I was pleasantly surprised to see some of y'all lesbians of the East. You do it very, very well. The only problem is y'all didn't answer me in time. I was swiping like a motherfucker. I was like, I only got 96 hours here. Let's go. So, now that I had all this time, my shit was delayed. I said, well, let's see what Phoenix is doing. How you doing, Phoenix? Which that was the other thing. Just walking around everybody. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So I was like, all right, here we go. And swiping around, sending messages, whoop the fuck whoop, enjoying, the apps passing the time. All of a sudden, my phone goes 20% battery, and then my headphone goes low battery. Please charge on. No, my good tunes, my podcasts, all of that was going away. It had to charge, and then I looked. I plugged in my external thing and was like, all right, here we go. We're back. We're back. We got the juice. No, motherfucker, we don't got the juice. I ran out of juice. And, because I wasn't planning on staying 5.5 hours extra into New Jersey on the tarmac. So my shit ran out of juice in Phoenix. And I was like, all right, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Just sitting here quietly. Because I needed to save my phone in case they delayed my shit. So I was like, all right, get off all these apps, turn everything off. Just leave it for the alert. And that's what we're doing. So get ready to get up and start heading to my gate. Bling, bling. Your flight is delayed. And I was like, like, what in the actual fuck is going on here? Hey, does nobody know how to fly a plane around here? Somebody get me out of Phoenix. Because my flight just got delayed again. And, so I went back to my little cubby I found. And I sat down and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I've been traveling all day. I've walked around that airport. You guys know I've fucking walked around that airport the same time last year for 6.5 hours. I got to fucking Phoenix at like 5 or 6 o'clock, and they delayed my flight to London. I didn't fly out till 12:45. 12:45, and the airport closes at 10. So there was 2 hours. I was just walking around doing laps. So I was like, not a fucking again. Yes, again. It's happening again. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I was like, what's the new time? So now we's going to leave at 11 and I get there at midnight. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I was supposed to be there at 6, but I'll take midnight. Okay. Comes up to start boarding again after I've been sitting there for another hour. Bloop, bloop. Your flight is delayed. And I was like, oh, you red motherfuckers. I was cussing. I was angry. I was pissed. I was about to blow a full-on gasket. No explanation. Nothing. Just another delay. When I say this, I'm saying this with peace and love. I stopped counting after I had 12 fucking delays that day. Okay? 12. They were every 30 minutes. Delayed. Flight canceled. Delayed. I was just like, okay, yeah. We're going to stop counting after 12. Because this is fucked up. Okay? So, they delayed my flight again. And I just was like, I just want to go home and take a fucking shower and lay in my bed with my dogs. I don't give a fuck about food. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I just want to get home and get out of my clothes and get in my pajamas and just lay in the bed with my dogs. And I don't even like my dogs in the bed. I was beside myself, so it comes up again to go to the boarding gate. And I'm standing there. I'm walking to the gate to get on the fucking plane. And they go, bloop, bloop. Flight's delayed again. And I was like, you know what, bitch? Lose my number. Okay? Lose my motherfucking number. I don't want to hear another fucking thing from AmeriCant again. Bitch, you dumped. I'm dumping you right now. I was like, I'm just going to go get a car. And I'm going to drive home. It's just a 3-hour drive. I'm going to drive home. I'm tired as fuck. I don't want to be here. I want to leave this godforsaken place. As I'm boarding, they delayed my shit again. So we all get on. And then we sit on the fucking plane. And then the guy, all right, this fucking Aussie guy goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot. So we're experiencing some wind delays, as you can see. And I fucking opened the window, and I could barely see the fucking runway. I said, you have got to be kidding me. It's the fucking plague outside, and I can't get home. I want to go home. I was like, please, Jesus, put a pause, put a plug in that sandstorm you're building, and let us go to Ontario. Please. No me patru, Espiritu Santi. Okay? Let us go. Judah Ben-Hur, let my people go. I look out the window. The wind and the sand is so bad, I can barely see the dude on the tarmac who's directing the plane with the little glow sticks. I can just see the glow sticks. I don't even see the guy. I see his little hat flopping around. And I said, what the fuck is this? It's summertime. Why are there storms in August? What the fuck is this? Who? And I was like, if this is my ex and her voodoo doll bullshit, hey, fuck you. I'm trying to get home. Hey, fuck you. I'm trying to get home, Jack. So he says, we are 20th in line. We're going to sit here and we're going to taxi on the runway. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm going to take off when it's fucking safe. Yeah, mate, sick cunt. So we start moving, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, I thought it was snowing. That's how much sand and wind was going around. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Clear day when I got to fucking Phoenix. 3 hours late, 4 hours late. Son of a bitch. And now all of a sudden, trying to leave. Fucking goddamn haboob out there. I was like, you can't fucking make this shite up. Just let me go home. So we taxi out there. We sit there. We sat there for another 45 fucking minutes. So when I tell you, we were supposed to land in Ontario at midnight. Then I got a little bloop bloop on the phone. 10 after. 16 after. 30 after. 45 after. By the time we got cleared for takeoff, my flight time said you will be arriving at Ontario Airport at 1 fucking o'clock in the morning, bitch. 1 fucking o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna fucking fly this plane myself. Move over, Aussie boy. Hop in your little pouch with your kangaroo. I'm flying this fucking plane, Rambo style, and we're giving it the forecast. Wind, sleet, snow, whatever the fuck. He's getting 3 wheels up. You know what I'm saying? We're getting out of here. It was so windy. When the brother, he said, all right, everybody else, we're going to have to take off. We are going to experience some turbulence. Seatbelt sign is on. I apologize for the inclement weather. Well, we're going to get you to Ontario. This brother starts taking off, okay? The plane was going sideways. I looked out my window, and normally you got to stay in a little straight line or whatever. As soon as the fucking wheels came up off the ground, that brother was drifting. We was drifting. We were doing Fast and Furious Tokyo drift in the motherfucking sky. Okay? The plane was going sideways. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die. This bitch is drifting. We're drifting. We're drifting. Hey, too fast, too furious. It's my believe where the fuck is Ja Rule when you need him? I was like, oh my God. He's like, please remain seated. We're going to experience a little bit of turbulence. And I was like, brother, my brain has had turbulence since July the 3rd. Can we settle down with the fucking turbulence, okay? And then I nearly almost smacked my head on the seat. That's why they tell you to fucking sit back. Which, I thought it was bullshit when they taken off. But whatever little herky-jerky shit they got to experience, my head almost hit the seat in front because I was leaning forward, looking out the window, being goofy. And now I know, I'm like, oh shit, we gonna sit back because I don't want another concussion from the airplane, okay? I'm already full of concussions, all right? No more. So This brother guns it, gives it the old gassy gas. We get to Phoenix. It was supposed to be an hour and 20 minutes. We got there in an hour. I mean, I looked down. We was already flying over. Before we left Phoenix, we was already flying over the Red Sea, Blythe, Coachella, Palm Springs, Casino, Morongo. We want you to win. We was flying over all of that. Redlands, Yucaipa, Beaumont, Banning, Cabazon. We was flying, Jack. Loma Linda, Redlands, California. We was flying, okay? Before I knew it, he was already like, all right, everybody, put your trays up in the upright position and you'll sit up and no reclining on your chairs. We're about to land. Thank you so much for flying American. I'm a sick Aussie cunt pilot. See you on the gram. When this brother landed in Ontario, he was going so fast that he hit the brakes. Okay, I heard him go, hit the brakes, and when he hit the brakes, we fucking skid. We skid. We went, we skid, and then he pumped the brake, give it a good pump again, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is just what I need. I land in fucking Ontario, and then we crash, and I die, okay? I was like, what are the fucking chances? This brother can't stop the plane. He's like, alrighty, attention, folks. This is your Aussie pilot. We can't stop the plane. We're gonna fucking crash. No way, sick cunt, mate. We're gonna fucking crash. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Yeah, Bob's your uncle. And I was like, I don't want to fucking die on this runway. I want to go home. I was exhausted. I was worn out. And then to top it all off, thank God the plane was not that, the flight was only an hour. But I had to sit next to fucking Bad Bunny and his cousin or something. I don't know what was going on. These two motherfuckers was dressed like Bad Bunny. And, they had the one little earring in the ear. They doing the George Michael or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? This brother had so much cologne on. It was burning my throat, my eyes, and it was making me nauseated. And I was like, hey, yo, hey, Ralph Lauren, settle down. Why don't you hop on your horse and go play polo somewhere else? Cause you fucking stink. Okay? This brother doused himself. He baptized himself in the name of Ralph Lauren. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. What the hell is you doing? That's too much. Even if you's like ladies, which he looked a little light in the loafers with all his little Bad Bunny gear on. Said, even if you's too like loafers, or even if you's too like ladies, I said, you're never gonna have one around because you're gonna burn her eyeballs out, or you're gonna burn her throat with the fucking cologne smell. It was just too much. And so I was having to smell him the whole time. I was like, God damn. This brother smells terrible. Oh, I wanted to sue Ralph Lauren for sure. So once we landed, of course, the mother, dueling, there's construction, I'm going to be late. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know what, girl? I don't care. I don't care, girl. I'm just going to take a nap here in front of the fucking airport. Right next to the street. I fucking sat down on the curb and I just put my hands in my face and I was just like, I couldn't believe the fucking day I had. And I still had to drive home another 45 minutes. I was just like, by the time I got to sleep, okay, last time I saw the clock was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like, bro, I'm done. I'm fucking done. My back is trashed. My tuchus is trashed. I'm done. So today, all I wanted to do was lay in the bed, but I said, no, gotta take the mama out for her birthday. And then we're going to jiu-jitsu because I gotta wear a funky-ass helmet for the next couple weeks. So I want to make sure these couple weeks fly by, Jack. We better make this shit fly. So, good God, what a fucking journey, man. I totally got fucked on my trip. But, you know, this is the nature of the beast. I even told myself, it's on YouTube, told myself, you know, I wanted to travel so bad. And, you know, I had just gotten lucky. I was long overdue for a big ass delay. And they got my ass for sure. Long overdue. And I said, you know, these are the perks and downfalls of traveling. The perks is you get to see new things, experience new experiences, and that doesn't come without side effects of taking a trip, Flying, there's no guarantee you're going to get there. Your shit going to get delayed. The plane don't work. Somebody might stand up. That's what another thing I was waiting for. Somebody to stand up and get rowdy on the plane. And I was like, don't you motherfucking do it. Don't you dare. Have a seat, darling. I was fully prepared to use my Jisoo because I know you ain't got a knife. That's how I know you ain't got a knife or a gun. So I'm going to fuck you up on this plane. If you stand up and try and stop my plane from getting where I need to go, all bets is off, baby. I'm fucking... I'm in full attack mode, Jack, because I know you ain't got no weapons. And we in close quarters, and jiu-jitsu favors me for sure. For sure. Okay, I have ran over the time. Let me give you some UFC picks and get the fuck up out of here. I've got Raven Oliveira, Jose Makana, Dyer Nurgoze, Guilherme Pat, Ty Miller, Alexia Thorano, Yader Del Val, Diego Ferreira, and Matthias Gamro. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's want some fucking funds. Yeah. All right, folks. That's gonna do it for me. I'm fucking exhausted. I don't even have jet lag. My body is fucking broken. My brain hurts. I just need to lay down for a really long time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will talk to y'all next week. But until next time, this is Ramp Up Radio. I'm out. Peace.